Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber died trying. You see the thumbnail. The young lady in the thumbnail is the kid Nelson. She got killed Thanksgiving weekend. Over a friend's house. She's 16. The girl got charged as 13. And basically, she went over somebody's house to spend the night, basically, and they were passing around a gun. That's the story. And she winds up getting shot. For the family, my condolences, man. That sucks. I thought about it because when I was in 7th grade, basically the most popular kid in that school, who was in the 8th grade at the time, got killed in a similar scenario. And I thought about it. I was like, listen, I'm a gun owner, and when there are kids that come to my house, I put my guns up, and where no kid can access them. And I thought about, there's a video. I think Willie D posted a video recently. It might have been today. This video is not coming out the day I do it, but about a mother who I think was in Atlanta, and she had her kids in a video throwing up gang signs, and a couple of them had guns on them. They were like little kids. And, it's like, watch the kids, man, because, they changed the toy gun laws, because when I was a kid got shot playing with a toy gun, who was a child, and a police officer shot him. Like, it's a real gun. It's a black kid. I'm sure the cop overreacted. Same thing that happened to Tamir Rice, basically. And that's why they made the guns like neon colored, and you know what I'm saying, and plastic, and they had the tips on them, and the kids to take off the tips after a while because they made them black again, but they put the tips on them, and to make them look as realistic as possible. But you see, it's a toy gun by that. But this is it's a tragic thing, because we're talking about children, who won't get a chance to even go to prom. And this idea that you have your kids around a certain lifestyle where they think it's fun to play games that could cost somebody their life. Like, that's a parenting issue. When think about it. Like, would you want, if you sent your kid to somebody's house to spend the night, and their parent calls you later, I'm sorry to tell you, your kid died because the kids in the house was playing with my gun? That's a parenting issue. You can't get your child back from stuff like that. And I find it like, it's appalling in a sense to say that, people don't know better, or act like they don't know better. And this goes a long way. Like, when I talk about people who smoke too much weed or who drink too much, and it's a kid issue. Now, I was, when my son was here, I had drunk more red wine, but it wasn't because of the stress of being a parent. It's because I had Graves' disease, and red wine was one of the things that can, one of the types of foods, because I was just eating everything and drinking everything they said that could, get it down. So I get it. I do get, but I get how it looks. I had to have that conversation. But some of y'all are so comfortable with the ain't nothing gonna happen mentality, that you open yourselves up for these type of instances. Like, it's a holiday weekend. Now another thing that I gotta say, especially when it comes to children with firearms, and even people, and adults with firearms, there are certain people who accidentally pull the trigger on purpose because they just want to see. Oh, it's a perfect opportunity. I didn't know. There are people that do that. So you as an adult should know, like I've had friends who needed who needed a gun. Look, man, I need could you give me a gun for protection? It's a lot going down. Not a criminal activity, but like people who got, almost got carjacked or stuff like that. And they was like nervous at that point. Some of those people I couldn't give a gun to because their temperament wasn't right. And it wasn't because, it wasn't the temperament and the anxiety would happen. It was just, you could see the little spark in their eyes. Ah. And, and it's sad because, from parent to parent, you're not going to tell like a lot of y'all are not honest. Y'all want y'all kids to have friends, but y'all don't want to say what's going on at y'all house. Like, tell these people what's up. Like, look, man, we got stuff in the house. Sometimes I'm not with it. Because then that parent will go, my baby can't come because I don't want an accident. Nothing personal, but I don't want an accident. I don't want to create a situation where my child is this, that, and the third. And this is what that looks like to me. So, watch these kids, man. And more importantly, watch these parents, because people are not on their game. They're doing things that for most part wouldn't be allowed to happen when we was kids. And I was in my 40s, and I'm in my 40s. So that's how I'm calling it. So like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Tell me what you